Hey everybody, you're listening to the Fake Book Club podcast, where we talk about everything from movies, music, life, and occasionally the books we're reading. Follow us wherever you find your podcasts. Hope you enjoy the show. I'm Evelyn, and I'm here today with my co-hosts Tabrisha.
Hey.
Tessa.
Hello.
Whitney.
Yo.
And Chris.
Hi.
Today's topic is everyone's favorite topic of the day. AI, aka artificial intelligence, and the creative arts. So we're kind of dividing this one up into separate media, and there's been a lot of controversy going on, especially with regards to writing and books and AI. So we can start with the most, I guess we could almost say the most controversial one, regarding a book called Shy Girl and the Hachette Publishing Company. And basically the backstory of this is that a book that was ready, I guess it was ready to be published or ready to be distributed?
I believe, if I understand like everything correctly, Shy Girl was self-published first. Mm-hmm. And then it was acquired in Orbit, in the UK by Orbit. And then North American rights also for in Orbit, the Orbit branch in the US. Basically the UK branch was gonna publish it, and I think they're the ones who did the checking of what it was, or the actual acquisition of it. And then North America just got rights to publish. So I don't know on which side they found out about the AI use.
I think it was because there were advanced copies being sent out for North America, because it wasn't yet published yet.
Yeah.
And it was on NetGalley and stuff. And then readers were saying, wait a minute.
Yeah.
This seems like it's written by AI.
So
Did they say
and then they
how?
investigated.
What parts of it read as AI?
Well, I heard someone put it through a software, right?
Yeah,
too. I don't know if that was before or after, but someone ran it through a software. They're like, this is 98, or some extreme percentage that this is fully AI.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But according to the author, her beta reader, did AI editing, or her editor did it.
Oh, that's crazy.
So that's what the author is saying is happening.
Do we believe that?
No. Your context explains another post that I saw about this, because I up until now I had not realized it was actually about Shy Girl, because someone was saying that if you give your work to an editor, it's your responsibility to check back on the edits from that editor to see whether your work has changed entirely. If you didn't, then that's how would you know? Why would you let it go on?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, that's what I was gonna say. I was regardless of if it was the editor or a beta reader or whoever ran it through an AI to spruce it up or whatever, as the author, it's still your responsibility to know what the fuck you're putting out.
Yeah.
So.
And also, if
I'm not saying she's blameless.
Yeah, but
and also, if you're the author of the work, do you not have a stake in the way that your work is presented? I don't know. It's the attitude towards your own work is so on a spectrum, but I would assume you care.
Yeah. I mean, is she new, the author?
I do not know. Because it's self-published, maybe she has a history of self-publishing, which is another story altogether.
Because I mean, even if you're not a new writer, if you're new to being traditionally published, you're not 100% you don't know the ins and outs or what to expect. And I'm you should always do your due diligence, but if it's your first time doing something, you don't know what you don't know, or you don't know what to ask.
But traditional publishing has a lot of hoops to jump through. There's so many people that should, in theory, get to have a look at this work, and I'm surprised it didn't catch on until after it was acquired. You go through a lot of hoops for traditional publishing.
True.
And another thing that blew it up was that I think a famous YouTuber had an almost 3-hour discussion of that, which I did watch. I don't know why. I'm not usually the type to do that, but
I love a 3-hour breakdown.
She broke down the writing of it, because she actually read it, and she broke down how this writing read like AI and how terrible it was, like, in general. Like, it was poorly written.
Well, I mean, was she reading it, like, as an advanced person? Was she reading it post blow up of the controversy?
I don't know how she got a copy. Yeah, I don't know how she got a copy.
I would assume maybe it was an advanced thing. Especially, it's easy to get, well, I say easy, but, like, I think it is fairly easy to get approved on NetGalley and, like, other, like, advanced copy, like, sources once, like, promo for the book has started.
Yeah.
Because they want buzz.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if the booktuber is, like, very popular, then they will get an advanced copy of the
typically, the bigger your audience is, or, like, proven-wise, like, the easier it is for you to get approval.
Yeah.
I think ultimately it's just, I didn't realize it until after, but she the author is Black. She's a Black woman. And it's just like, it's an extra layer because I don't fully, like, blame her because, again, I'll give her the grace if she's new to being to the traditional publishing world. But, like, it fucking sucks because now, like, it's already hard for, like, Black people of color to be traditionally published and to be paid fairly in this industry. So there's always going to be an extra layer of scrutiny for those authors, especially if they haven't, like, proven themselves. Like, no one is a Tracy Dion or a Kaylin Barron or something. Or who just came out with Kin?
Oh, Tarai Jones.
Yeah. Like, those are obviously, like, proven, quote-unquote, proven authors, but because she's new, it's just gonna be like, oh, now there's gonna be a lot more scrutiny on black women, people of color in general, like, trying to traditionally publish, but obviously, like, the same isn't gonna be said for, like, their white counterparts, because even if this isn't an AI story, but have you guys heard about, like, that rich woman who, like, came out with a memoir and it turned out to just be a story from a girl she went to school with?
I did hear about this, yes.
And that just got traditionally published, but she's a socialite, so of course nothing bad is going to happen to her. But, like...
And ultimately, even if she faces backlash, she still has all her money, she still has all
her
influence.
And then also you have James Frey, who admittedly say, oh yeah, I use AI, and it's fine. And this is a guy who has admitted to lying for his first book, and it's still fine for him.
Oh, I remember that article.
Not Pretty Little Things.
A Million Little Pieces.
Yeah,
Million Pieces. Yeah.
It was an Oprah book.
Yeah, I know, and Oprah was.
How dare you fool Oprah? Even though now she's kind of also terrible.
Yeah, the downfall of Oprah is its own topic, probably.
But I mean, it sucks, and it's just going to be harder for authors in general to traditionally publish. But I'm also hoping that, like, publishers in general are just being more scrutinized. Because, like, how are you not checking? How are you not fact checking? How is this a bajillion-dollar industry and you don't have anyone on your team
to fact
check and, like, look through and run a thing through an AI reader? Like, you're telling me there's no one on your team that can do, you're just picking butts.
It's like, yeah, this looks like it will sell.
Well, that's basically what they're saying. I was like, oh, if this will sell.
Yeah.
So that's a job that you could apply for. Like, oh yeah, AI quality check
AI
person.
checker, yeah.
Like, quality control person.
But at that point, like, what percentage of AI is acceptable then? Because that's going to be if that becomes a thing, that's going to be the next question. What percentage of AI use is acceptable so that we can publish it?
Because that's what I was asking myself too.
If it were up to me, it would be 0.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Then would also, and I was also thinking about, is like, if you're using word correcting, like, you know, for like Grammarly, would that also count? Because that is also...
See, that's another can of worms. Because Grammarly and other, like, such programs, even spell check, have been corrupted by, like, the incorporation of AI. These did not used to be the case way back in the way back.
Yeah.
They used to actually be, like, connected to actual dictionaries, and the actual dictionaries still exist. And instead of using the dictionaries to check for corrections, they've used more common spellings across like the data they've gathered instead, which can be incorrect, which can be inaccurate.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
No, because I do use Grammarly, but I don't rely on it. I double check, and I'm like, okay, no, this is wrong, and I'm going to change it.
Wait, is Grammarly free or do you have to pay
No,
for it?
you have to pay.
Cool.
You pay.
It used to be free.
It used to be free.
That's why I'm
It
just
used
like...
to be a Google Chrome extension.
Right, that's what I thought.
I
And
remember
now
this.
wow.
I don't. I actually, like, even if, to be fair, like, I... What do you call this? If I can't find the correct spelling of a thing, I can tell, like, when my stuff is wrong.
Right.
It comes from years of experience.
Yeah.
So like, and I consult actual sources.
Right.
So that's the thing. Like, but I'm used to it. I don't know what I think the incoming generations are not used to doing this. They don't know what actually.
We used up way too much on education.
Mm.
Every child was left behind.
Yeah, they should. Shit. Look,
Because then you also have like
I found that out for the first time.
Microsoft Word when they had like that little paperclip that would tell you.
I miss the paper.
Yeah.
everybody misses Clippy.
I
Cheers for
miss
Clippy.
the paperclip.
Yeah.
The paperclip was good.
Yeah.
More of that, less of this.
Yes.
More
Clippy
paperclip.
back.
Now you have Copilot and
Away with Copilot.
yeah, no, I have mine turned off. I'm like, no, stop
Yeah.
telling me like so many times.
It's Microsoft's AI.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I need to
Yeah.
make a sticker that says Copilot is not my Copilot.
yeah.
And even Gmail has it incorporated without you
Gemini.
asking. You
I-
start
Gemini,
writing
yeah.
an email, it fills up the whole thing for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No. I turned.
And look, I'll be honest,
everything
sometimes
off.
that's nice and easy, especially if I'm just like writing a simple thing like checking in or some shit like that. Just hit the space bar and
Yeah, and
but like it's not a serious thing that I should actually be
Exactly.
making sure that I'm not giving false information or
Yeah.
you know,
right.
like
and I think that's like the thing is like you have to use your common sense and you have to still
You mean
double
the thing that's not common?
you have to like double check to make sure you're relying on a computer
Yep.
to type this thing out. It's like you have to use your intuition to double check to make sure that it's actually giving accurate information.
The computer is but a tool.
Yeah.
Yes.
And as tools go, they are useless without the human component. So,
not anymore.
Oh no, it's Skynet. Oh no, the
We are
artificial
one step away.
Truly.
Oh my god.
Well,
Everyone-
that's how the machines blocked out the sun in the Matrix.
No, every once in a while I'll like come across a random article while I'm bored at work, and it's like a rogue AI has escaped its parameters. I'm like, to
What
do
did the rogue
what?
AI do?
No, it was apparently
I think I remember this.
Yeah, I think I told you about it. I forgot what the actual thing was, but it was like some sort of accounting AI, and it basically just like never shut itself down. So it just kept running patterns and patterns and patterns, eventually breaking its parameter to start like building patterns on something completely different. And it was just like
It's learning.
yeah, the company was just like, why are you doing this?
I think I remember something. Like, this is either the same case or something similar that happened.
Oh no, that's what I'm
Because-
saying. I keep seeing articles
Yeah,
of like
yeah.
shit like this.
Because I remember the thing being like, this was programmed to do like a specific thing. It branched out and did something else in cryptocurrency. And then the people who created it had to come in and be like, so this was the purpose for which we've made it. So it's not actually going rogue.
Yeah,
we've shut
yeah.
it down. We've shut it down.
It's like, but we've taken it back to basics.
It has been taken for retraining.
Oh my god.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
I
Oh,
can't remember
God.
if it's Anthropic or OpenAI, but they actually did very recently. They're like, we can't release the next model because it's too strong. They had to stop it in its track, and this is probably
What?
Anthropic.
Well, OpenAI
Yeah.
has shut down, I think, or like it lost its contract with Disney. So I know that much.
They're still around.
Praise.
They're still around, but...
Praise. No, so they shut down Sora.
They shut down Sora.
Oh, yeah.
That's what it was, yeah.
Yeah, Sora, I believe, is under OpenAI. Sora did not get, like,
and
picked up.
They
And they
lost
shut
the
it down.
contract, yeah.
Yeah. Well, which, bless, the mouse did something good by not taking it. One
Baby
thing.
steps.
One thing.
They're this close. You know, fingers touching. They
But
are
all
this
they gotta
close.
do is stop making live movies again. Just go back to animation. They'll be fine.
Will that be AI?
They would, that would require them to care about art.
No.
That would require them to care about art.
They don't.
Which is the cheapest option right now.
What was
That's the
there
one.
used to be, I cannot remember which one of the CEOs said it, like in the Disney line of like people, of
Bob
like
Iger.
folks. Not Bob Iger. This was definitely not Bob. I assure you, this was not Bob Iger. I remember they said that like we did not set out to do to change the world or something, but their focus was on making art, and if in making art they can change the world, then they will have done a good thing. I'm paraphrasing, but there was a very similar. Yeah, that was many years ago. I do not think they're there anymore, and I think whoever said that, and I think Walt Disney may or may not be ashamed. I cannot speak for Walt Disney, who may or may not be rolling in his grave.
Well, I mean, we know his head is fine in the cryo freezer.
Yes.
Generated by AI to talk to
Exactly.
you day to day. You know, that could be the next
His head is rolling in the cryo freezer.
I think we were headed down a slippery slope.
Yeah, I think we gotta change topics. Hang on.
When we started having like holograms of dead people.
Wait, actually,
like
wasn't
Tupac.
that a thing? Like at Bletchley, they were thinking of having Alan Turing, like an actual AI where you can speak to as if Alan Turing would want this.
I mean, they did that with like Agatha Christie. It's like she's teaching a BBC masterclass
Oh, right.
How?
Yeah.
with AI. Through AI. And the estate approved it.
That's my number one thing about AI too. It's just like you can literally just make a picture of almost anyone.
Yeah. It's the next generation deepfake. Like
Yes.
that's all it is.
So I found the original quote it was Michael Eisner, I believe, who said it. Yes. Where it says, we have no obligation to make art, we have no obligation to make history, we have no obligation to make a statement, but to make money it is often important to make history, to make art, or to make some significant statement. We must always make entertaining movies, and if we make entertaining movies, at times we will reliably make history, art, a statement, or all three. And we cannot expect numerous hits, but if every film has an original and imaginative concept, then we can be confident that something will break through.
Meanwhile, they're on how many sequels of Star Wars?
So I think,
And how many
How many
live
Marvel
action movies?
Yeah.
oh, and apparently,
How many
like,
Spider-Mans?
to be fair, also, this is from Michael Eisner, taking from a quote by Don Simpson. So, like, there's a lot of, like,
So it's a quote of quote of quote.
that's what it feels like, yes.
Quoteception.
I remember, obviously, like I was paraphrasing very heavily, but like the point still remains that they have strayed very far.
Yeah.
At least in my opinion.
No.
I mean, at the end of the day, the goal is to replace people and increase profits.
Yes.
And by replacing people, you replace the things that people stand for, like art, love, beauty, etc. What the art, freedom, beauty, truth, and love.
What? Oh, the Moulin Rouge.
I was gonna say Sailor Moon, but
That's the name of the moon.
yeah.
You will be punished.
But profits and shareholders.
I'm like, look, here's the thing. If you take away everybody's job, they can't spend the money that you need to continue a capitalistic society.
But the thing is, they don't
care.
They
They
don't
don't think
they
that
don't
way.
No.
think
Yeah.
that far
Yeah.
ahead.
Oh God! Don't get
What's
us
the-
started on capitalism.
Yeah.
There was a thing in relation to this that I saw recently, and I'm pretty sure it's a skit. I hope it's a skit. I hope to all good things are skit. But there was a host and a consultant, a highly paid consultant, and essentially the highly paid consultant says, the CEOs and all the shareholders and investors that I have been consulting with say that a 6-day work week is actually a broadly wanted thing. And
who?
That's exactly what the host. No. So here's the thing: the host asks by who, and it's like the CEOs and the investors. And he's like, did you speak anybody who's on the ground level, the workers, your individuals, etc.? And she said no, because they don't pay me.
Yep.
And then they said because you have highly exorbitant fees that they can't pay. So it is like, and she's like, well, they can reach me if they can pay me, and the people who pay me are the CEOs and the investors. And, basically it's a fundamental disconnect. And I swore I saw...
Intentional.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I saw, red immediately because I just hated the... again, I hope this was a skit. It felt like one.
It was, yeah. Because I know exactly what you're talking about. It was a skit.
Yeah, thank God. But I was so mad about it because, it in that moment, it did not feel like a skit. It was absolutely something real that's happening, and I'm just like, I hate this with every fiber of my being because
you have to be like, it's just a skit. It's just a skit.
I have to remind myself constantly when I'm on social media, this could be just a skit. This is on social media. This is either a skit, rage bait, or intentional, and I'm going to ignore it, and I'm going to move on with my life.
Because you have to you make sure to be careful of what with especially social media platforms, for example, Threads, they do AI generated summaries of stuff that are trending, and you read it, and I know I read one recently and I was like, no, this information is completely wrong. This is not the correct stuff, and I went to look for it myself, but a lot of people will not do that. So you have to really take everything that, in general fact, you take everything you see on social media with a grain of salt, but now especially with these big major social media platforms like Meta and X, they're using AI. You definitely have to take everything with a grain of salt because it's generating wrong information.
Yeah.
I've discovered, cause I'm still on Twitter. Because
I am on Twitter in name only.
I'm on Twitter because all of the stuff that I enjoy, the fan meets and the concerts and stuff,
the community still
Twitter, the community, but Twitter and Instagram is where they're posting all of the information. A lot of those types of people don't have websites anymore.
Bring websites back.
Yes, please.
Bring websites back.
Bring
You
back
know
the
how
early
much it
2000s.
costs to host a website?
Yeah.
It was so cheap before. It was so
Used to be
democratic.
So cheap now, it's so much.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Every time I get my bill, I'm just like, do I really need this website still?
Let's go with NeoCities.
But
go back to GeoCities.
Yeah, but
I love GeoCities.
But I say
NeoCities exists. The websites are so cute.
Yeah.
NeoCities, yes.
Same as Neopets?
No.
Oh no.
No.
NeoCities, as in
It's the same prefix,
the offshoot, the offshoot of GeoCities, I
I'll have
believe.
to look into this. I didn't know that.
But I say all that to say, because now everything is, people are vague posting a lot.
Oh yes.
Which pisses me off, but I feel like it's intentional, one, for engagement, but also two, to get Grok, to ask Grok what they're talking to, because everyone's like, Grok, what is this person talking about? Grok, what is this reference saying? Grok, what movie is this?
See, that's honestly a little crazy to me. It people don't want to think for themselves anymore.
Yeah.
People don't want to dig into anything or find something out on their own. They want someone else to do it for them.
Yeah.
It's the same people that want AO3 to have an algorithm or
Speak not of that.
God, I haven't been on AO3 in literal years, but it's just if you know,
I am in my.
If you know you want Buck and Eddie and Grumpy Sunshine, just put that.
Yeah, how hard is it to put that in? Just search it up.
Grumpy Sunshine, Buck and Eddie. I don't really get it.
Oh my God, I forgot that was 911. Yes.
I only know that through Whitney.
It's because of you, yes. Yes,
I was like, this thing happened.
Oh my gosh.
No, but that's real though. Like they don't like the tag system. They don't like that. They don't like that. Like it only updates the list updates like as time like
right.
time by time created rather.
Yeah.
And like some people are trying to game the system and it's not working, and because everyone is just like not fundamentally understanding what the archive is.
Oh gosh, no, don't get me started.
But anyway, again, as you say, don't get me started.
Don't get me started. We could go on all day. It's similar to books in general. There was an audiobook controversy regarding Liza Minnelli, who I love, but
is she alive?
Yes, she is. Okay. Just barely. She's just barely hanging on. She had a new book out.
Knock on wood. Knock on wood.
Because this new book came out, she had an audiobook, and people who listen to it like, something is not quite right. Because if her voice sounds a little different, a little more spry, you're like, wait, there's no way an 80-year-old woman could sound like this. So what happened is, like, she gave, I guess, her voice to an AI voice generation company, and they're launching, actually, they not only the audiobook, but also an AI-generated album.
Oh, God.
Using, with her full permission, of course.
Oh, that's crazy.
Is she getting paid?
Of course she's getting paid. No, she is getting paid. So how does everyone feel about that? I mean, like, I wouldn't listen to that.
That's your choice to make it, but it's also our choice not to listen to
it. Because I don't understand, like, why couldn't they just get a real narrator to narrate?
Because it's her story, so they wanted Liza Minnelli, narrating her own story.
Okay, but Britney Spears got someone else to narrate her story.
I'm not gonna lie to you. When you said, she sounds so spry or whatever, my brain immediately jumped to, like, audio narrators hate this one trick, like a fake advertisement.
Actually, not only that, but she mispronounced something that is one of her songs. So everyone was like, wait, what is that? And that this went viral. Like, this one clip went viral. It's like, this was the AI saying it, which is something that she would never have said.
Because AI just listens to it phonetically and it's like, okay, this is what I think it is and not what it really is.
Mm-hmm. And then again, quality control. Like, who's checking this?
No one. which is the more concerning thing. But I think that's also a symptom of, like, people being cut out of the process because you have to pay people.
Mm-hmm. Right. Mm-hmm. Like, there's, like, many narrators who have told other people, like, Britney Spears, when she came out with her memoir, she didn't narrate it, someone else did it.
Look, I'm also sure if you've really tried, you could probably find, like, what's called a voice alike, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's true,
yeah.
too. There's someone in Liza Minnelli impersonating.
Yes, you could probably just find one of them.
You mean you have to pay somebody? Pay a body, Chris? Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah. So far, lack of quality control, lack of people, lack of, like, artists to do the thing, cutting out people. I really think, like, cutting out people is the problem. The devaluing of people is the problem.
Yeah.
But with audiobooks, like the company Libro FM, which is a company that sells audiobooks, but the majority of the money goes to support independent bookstores. Mm-hmm. I think it was in February, because there was, like, a lot of controversy about AI narrated audiobooks. So they came out with a policy saying that, listen, we're not going to take them down. However, we are going to note whether or not they are AI narrated. And if you previously bought an audiobook and you feel that it is AI narrated, email us and we'll immediately refund your money. So they're, like, making sure, like, they want, like, clarity and transparency. Like, okay, yes, this is AI narrated and we're not going to take it down, but we want you to make sure that you know what you exactly are buying.
Allowing people to make informed decisions about what they consume is much better if you can't take it down.
Yeah. Because then it pops up, and before you add it to your cart, it pops up like, this is AI narrated. Are you sure you want to buy this audiobook? So it's like reaffirming that.
That actually speaks to an awareness on Libro FM's part to the unpopularity of these things. Yeah. And if they're aware that this thing is not, like, well received for like majority of their platform, like the people who use their platform, then that is the responsible choice that they've made.
Yeah, because there was an issue that someone brought up in social media, this saying, like, Because each month, if you are a bookseller or a librarian, you can get like advanced copies of audiobooks that Libro FM offers. And there was one month where, but Libro FM immediately took it down, that it was a book that was narrated by AI. And someone, like a user brought it to their attention, and they came out saying, we didn't know. The publisher didn't tell us that it was narrated by AI. So we took it down. We're not offering it as a free advanced copy. And that's where they came out with the policy, because they're like, the publisher has to tell us to let us know, so we can provide transparency to our customers.
Yeah, transparency is truly like where I would like people to move forward. Because like if you are, because that's the thing that I dislike a lot about like all these AI generated things that I'm seeing on various places. No one will admit to using it, and I'm just like, if you are such a big fan of using the technology, why won't you own it? And
because they know it won't sell.
And why do you think it won't sell? Like,
Because it's not their work.
Exactly. So like those people are so close and yet so far. I swear to God, because like if you're such a huge believer that like AI has given you accessibility to creativity and art, then fucking own it. Like, you think it's given you like the power, then like proudly say yes, I use AI. And like watch whether people actually like, want what you're giving them.
There was a romance author actually recently, and I forgot who exactly it was, but she was like, "Oh, now you can churn out like 25 books a month," and with her by prompting with AI, she's like, so she admits to it, and she thinks
was she in the New York Times?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I don't remember her name, but yes, this is the
Does
one.
she actually sell them?
I guess so. She's like,
was she one of the authors on Kindle Unlimited that I got tricked by?
she probably is. She's like, I used to be able to write 5 books a month. Now I can write 25 with AI.
And she's proud of that.
She's proud of it. She's owning her shit. I mean,
like,
someone must be reading her.
Yeah.
I mean, look, again, we have the choice not to. Like,
Exactly.
I'm not saying that, like, what do you call this? I know what my personal choice is, and like everyone else can make the decision as long as they're informed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Don't take my rights away. They're already slowly leaving.
Right?
Don't take my right to choose AI or not.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, speaking of which, can you tell when something's written by AI?
Written,
Yes.
I haven't actually read any books that were generated by AI. So
Or an article, like an article or anything like that?
I haven't. I've read like AI generated like when you search for something on Google or Microsoft Edge, it has like the overview thing.
Yes.
I actually skipped that.
I skip it too. I skip it too. But one time I just like quickly glanced over it. And I saw it kept repeating the same thing over and
Right?
over
Doesn't
again.
it do that?
Yeah, and I was like, okay, didn't even need an indicating that this is written by AI because
That's how you know. It's like all of a sudden, it's not quote unquote bad, but it's like the characters keep having the same conversations, but like different, or like the same conflict, or like the same descriptions happen.
Yeah.
Or like wait, or it's missing like something.
Like context or something.
Honestly, like bring purple prose back.
Yes.
That's how you solve this.
Bring orbs back. Like in writing. No, it's terrible.
Don't.
But also like I remember like you have to go through that phase of like over describing everything before you realize what your style is and how you pair that.
Yeah.
Because like I know that when I was younger, and it's so funny that like this is something that like I didn't realize was helping me before, and now like it's so different. Because when my family found out that I had like an interest in writing, they let me go through exercises with like writing. So it was like, oh yeah, describe this. Like, and here's all the ways you can describe this thing, and so on. And that leads to purple prose sometimes, which was such a phenomenon, like on like, you know, fanfiction.net in the 2000s. Like everyone was a fan of over describing everything, and then like everyone was like, oh, I hate this, and then like I can't.
It definitely contributes to like the attention span, but also like the generation who doesn't have to read full articles or full books anymore.
Yeah.
And what was it like the children left behind? Like they don't have to read, and now it's just like I'm noticing books have like TikTok speak or like leet speak, where you're just like, instead of just saying the word killed or murdered, they're like, this person is an unaliver, and I'm just like,
see, if I read that, I'd be like, was this written by AI?
Exactly.
Like, at that point, you know?
No, I'd be like, oh, this was written by an idiot. When you unaliver,
he's been unalived.
It's like
dead. Murdered.
Well, it's because you can't say that on TikTok, otherwise, lowers your views.
It's funny you bring that up though, especially the lead speak.
Yeah.
Because so for the English localization of like Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, in one of the cases in that game, there is a character who speaks in leet speak, and he's almost unintelligible. If you know like how to read leet speak, like you understand what he's saying. It's very like strong internet speech, and now I think now if someone was trying to play it and they had no concept of leet speak from that period of time, they would absolutely have no idea what he's saying. What's really funny is obviously in universe there are characters who also don't understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
So he is being forced to kind of like speak quote unquote normally, like after when he's pressed. So I'm just really here like I'm just here like that choice that was made in order to make like your narrative better. And I'm just like, people are missing out if you don't know what this is.
Yeah.
If you don't have access to this information. Like, people need to be educated. People need to be cultured again.
But then there's like the flip side of that, where authors are feeling like, for lack of better phrasing, like fatigued because they feel like they have to over-explain certain things because of the lack of literacy.
There is no more trusting your audience.
Yeah. You know, they're not all smart like us. so
I'm dumb.
So sometimes you're not dumb, shut up. But it's just when it's like...
But I'm willing to accept that I, you know, have gaps in my knowledge.
I mean,
that's
like,
most people do.
But
you
not
know better
willful.
not to say unalive. Or undead, or I don't know.
Undead is different.
Unaliver, yeah. Like,
oh god, the intentional misspellings of certain words too, in order to bypass a filter, because it all comes from censorship.
But see, at that point, I think instead of saying something stupid like that, you go with the old like gangster phrases. Instead of dead, you go sleeping with the fishes. Like, be creative about it. You know? Yeah, ice boys. You know.
They're just
Boom,
like
6 feet under.
Or be vague,
right?
like they're not with us anymore.
Exactly. They've gone to the to the
other
farmhouse in the
side.
sky.
So if you're reading a book and instead of unalive, you're like, he's a serial undertaker.
They took a long walk off a short pier. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, if you're not going to directly say something, at least be creative about it.
Oh god.
Yeah, it's just.
Thank you for reminding me. Thank you
About
for reminding me.
a long walk off a short pier?
I mean, yes. No, these phrases were fun.
Yes.
They were very dark once upon a time. We can laugh at it now because we're going through this.
Yeah, now we look back at it with nostalgia.
Exactly.
Like, oh, that was the time.
I remember the time.
Yeah, he's wearing a pair of cement shoes.
They put rocks in his pants. They put rocks in his pants and took him for a swim.
Yeah.
Cement shoes, anyway.
Cement shoes.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
I I guess we already kind of talked about transparency regarding using AI.
Yeah,
but
I'd rather know.
Would anyone here read a book created by AI?
No.
I don't
Not
think so.
on
That's what I was gonna say. I was like,
Intentionally?
No.
Could you imagine if a major book was published and it was a hit and everyone was reading, and then after the fact,
like
they're
a month later, it was. Like,
Yeah.
Why do I feel like this was something that was like in a book?
Yeah, I was like, that feels like the plot of like a TV show, like an episode of something, you know?
It
That
was
could be a
actually,
Black Mirror episode.
No, I will say this was actually an episode, and Clarissa explains it all.
Whoa!
There you go.
Yes, way back in the day.
So the 90s.
Yeah, it's been a thing since the 90s because the plot of that particular episode is that she was pushed to join like a poetry contest. She didn't want to put effort into what she was submitting for the poetry contest.
I remember this.
Yes. And she generated that poem out of favorite things that her teacher likes. Unfortunately, the poem won, and now she has to recite it in front of an audience.
Yeah.
And she has an entire crisis about the entire thing.
Yeah.
But in the end, she makes the choice to admit, I didn't write this. I will bring out who the real writer is. And Sam, her best friend, shows up, and the teacher says, "Not the limerick boy." and that has never left my memory.
That has stayed with you for 30 years.
Not the limerick boy. And she says, no, ma'am, it's my computer. And she makes the computer read the AI generated like what they
because
poem.
diction programs were already a thing.
Yeah.
It was so funny. And instead of they took back the prize, but they gave her like a certificate for most creative or something like that. And I'm just like, it's funny in hindsight, but also like, oh my god, this has been around since the 90s.
Right. Well, I mean, Terminator was the 80s.
That's true.
And you got what's called Neuromancer, William Gibson, and all the that old sci-fi predicting this shit in the 80s. You know,
Wow.
Like people have been wary about AI or like computers in general, but it's always been like, oh, you're just a Luddite, you know, or like you're not, you're just like falling behind the times. That's why you're afraid. But now it's just like, no, they were afraid of the possibility of what happens when you take technology too far without any, like, what's the, like, not barriers, but like,
without
any guardrails.
Ethics.
Without ethics, guardrails. That's what most of those stories are about. It's what happens when that technology becomes a little bit too...
so much of sci-fi literature was surrounding this, yes.
Yeah, there's a lot of it.
So much, so many.
Because, like, unless you get, like, positive things like Star Trek, where, you know, it's the unification of mankind and they're now exploring space and most of their stuff doesn't have weaponry because it's not about conquest, it's about learning, and that's great. That came out in the 70s.
Yeah.
Which was a different time. It was a more hopeful time.
Rose-tinted glasses and everything.
Exactly.
I guess we can move on to AI and music.
Oh boy.
We did already mention Liza using her, AI-generated album, but there was also this band called Velvet Sundown, which blew up on, I think, Spotify.
I heard about that, yeah.
Apple
I did not
Music.
hear about that.
They're a very generic kind of band. I didn't even listen to them, but apparently they're the kind of like generic.
It's like a generic like rock.
A generic rock, like it's a new thing that came up, and they were in it. I don't know if it was like explicit that they were an AI band.
It wasn't explicit until it came out that it was AI.
Oh, okay.
And then it's like, oh yeah, no, we did this as an experiment. I forgot who came out and said it. I think it was like the producer or something like that.
Yeah.
Came out and was like, oh no, this was meant to be an experiment.
Right.
And I'm just like, that sounds like a lot of bullshit.
Was it really?
It sounds like you got caught.
Exactly.
But I do remember that whole thing because I was like, what's happening now?
Yeah, no. I mean, if you listen to generic enough music like that, you might get duped.
No, and it's
That's
true.
your kind of thing.
There's now been a couple of songs that have popped up because whenever I use Spotify and I do the daily mixes, there's been a couple of songs that have popped up, and I'm like, this sounds weird, and I can't tell if you just suck as a band or if it's AI. No, because
bring back sucking at things.
Yeah.
No, because there's like, there's deliberate like sounds where it like. I listen to a lot of punk music.
Exactly, yeah.
A lot of that's not going to sound crisp and clean.
Out of tune guitars.
Yeah, out of tune guitars, very bad mixing levels, depending on how new they are. And I'm like, that's fine. But then sometimes I'm listening to it, I'm like, something about this riff just sounds very odd. Like something's just off.
Like computerized odd, or just like...
No, just like if I'm not listening to Blink-182, why do I hear like the riff from All the Small Things?
Whoa. Yeah.
And so I have to go and check, and it's like, oh no, these are like a new band from Southern California, and they have like Blink-182 listed as a like as an influence and stuff like that. And I'm like,
they stole from.
But like you see like photos of them, and they have tour dates, and I'm like, all right, fine, you guys are just kind of discovering your sound. Fine, perfect. But then I'll find like a band where it's just like a random image and there's no information whatsoever on them, and I'm like, okay, so this one's probably AI.
So you just have to...
So I just block that
look
one.
Look at the metadata.
Yeah.
What's your...
Well, I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But back to books, because there was an author that it was like a huge controversy that they didn't know that if this author existed. Like, they came out with this very vague book. It was Danny Francis. And there was no information on who they were. They said it was just like it was a pseudonym. It was two authors like joined together. If you look at their social media on Instagram, it's just like Canva generated images promoting the book. There's like no face like. Which, but, I mean, you don't necessarily have to have, like, you know, real people in it and stuff like that. But if you look at their profile, it just doesn't feel very...
Doesn't feel real.
Yeah, it doesn't feel real. Yeah. But that doesn't mean that the person's not real.
Yeah, there are authors who refuse to show their faces.
No, exactly. And that is perfectly fine.
But their content still reads as human because, like, they're involved in the process of doing their thing.
Well... Yeah. That also people said when they read the book, they were like, "This is AI. Something feels off."
But that's what I think the main difference is between books and music would be the tour dating, like the tour dates, right?
Yeah.
Like you're gonna have to perform eventually, and like you could be like the Gorillaz, where like for the longest, whenever they performed, it was just an animation on the what's called like on a screen and a blacked out stage. Yeah, you can do that,
It took a really long time to realize. I was like, wait, is this a real band? Like, why are there cartoons just on the screen?
There was a Japanese, there's a J-pop person, or
J-rock, J-pop.
Yeah, who performs without showing their face. Yeah. Like, literally, they do something with the lighting, and she's inside a cage on stage. Ooh. And, like, they do something with the lighting, so her face is never shown.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So, it's, like, it's crazy. They did a face reveal fairly recently, but it's only partial, like, this much of their face. Yeah. And people ran it through AI immediately.
Oh, my God.
And I was so angry about that. I'm just like, this is why people don't show their face. Yeah. Because you're going to do this sort of
some
bullshit.
Creepy shit. Right? But, I mean, I guess to that point, like, what's her face? The Vocaloid. Vocaloids in general, yeah.
Miku, yeah.
Look, Hatsune Miku is near and dear to all our
But that's what I'm saying. Like, it's such a vastly different reaction.
The thing with Hatsune Miku is Hatsune Miku was not AI generated.
No, of course not.
They were the voice synthesizer was designed in order to run like, you know,
the lyrics through
them. Like, these are still created by people. And also, like, you know, Hatsune Miku Nation Rise Up. But like, it's fun, alright? There's multiple artists that collaborate with this. There's lots of like there's just a lot of creativity that goes around it regardless. So I'm just like, I am more favorable to a voice synthesizer than I am with like an AI generated like playlist, which I actually have been seeing so much on YouTube, like AI generated music, AI generated like playlists of that music. And I'm just really here like, I don't know what's real anymore, and it's making me like not
lose your shit.
It's making me not want to search like city pop playlist on YouTube anymore. But what I did find, which was fun, was there are actual people who have been using like their vinyl setups to DJ live, not live, but like they record like a set on YouTube and they post it, and I'm like, that's fun. I see the person taking out a vinyl, putting it on, mixing like on the spot, like, and they're doing like a whole set, and there's people moving around in the background, like their aunt and uncle like moving around in the kitchen, and I'm just like, this is a new genre of YouTube video that I now find fun. because there's an actual person DJing for you in a YouTube video, and I'm like, that's great.
As someone that listens to like lo-fi and like techno at work,
Yes.
it makes sense, but I actually didn't really think about at least some of the music being AI. Obviously, like the thumbnail.
Yeah, it might be a little bit.
Yeah, the
like,
thumbnail where like the
generated.
images are definitely AI generated, but I didn't think about
I
the
go to-
music aspect of it.
I go to actual to sources that have actual artists collaborating with them.
Yeah,
Like,
I do
Chill-
Sleepy
Chi-
Fish.
Chilled Cow, now Lo-Fi Girl, like does
Yeah.
I think with artists.
And Chill Hop, they'll put like the artist
Chill Hop's
and the
good.
song in
Yeah.
there.
I'm going back to old fashioned. If they don't have a CD, then
They don't have a
Listen
cassette.
to
I'm
music
never
before
listening to that.
20.
And this
Yeah.
goes back to our Let's Get Analog episode.
yeah.
Listen
Which
to
if
our
you haven't,
analog
yeah,
episode.
it's our analog episode. But no, I mean it is a good point. It's just what you're comfortable with listening to, and it is great if you can actually get the information on whether or not this was AI or not. Because sometimes, like it's just gonna sound generic, and I'm like, hey, you're not gonna be able to tell the difference unless you're paying attention.
Yeah.
I think it's also another problem, people paying attention. Yeah.
I feel like that's the whole
This
basis
is-
of an
that's how-
entire
that's how
episode.
it got
Yeah.
That's how it
I'm
got
not paying attention.
So sorry.
No one
I know-
reads.
I know my attention
I've been guilty
span.
of not reading a sign or two, but like no one
Oh God,
reads.
you missed the sign completely yesterday.
Don't talk. Oh my god, wait. What
You
was
missed
the sign
two.
again?
I
What
don't
was the sign
remember.
again?
It was like I don't remember what the sign was.
Oh
but it was
yes,
like,
yes. It was like do not enter.
do not. Yeah, it was like a do not enter sign, and there was like two of them. Just completely.
So you
missed
thought
both.
two do not enter signs means go?
No, I didn't see them.
She didn't see that at all, and she was like,
I
"There
was
should be a
trying-
sign," and I'm like, "There was. There were two."
I-
This
actually.
is higher than.
It was I was trying to find. I think I was trying to find a restroom. Or
I think so.
something.
Yeah.
And
It
like,
was purely decorative. Like, this is just decoration.
Or let me try the door.
it was a hallway. I assumed the hallway led to a bathroom.
And it did not. In
I've
fact,
done that.
You were in the
I've
back
done that.
rooms and stuff.
I was about to enter the back rooms, but
Oh my god.
I was walking into a wall, I'm not thinking.
Yeah.
sometimes it just
he
misses
had to
out.
point out that there were two sides. And I'm just like, I would like to die now. Actually, let the earth swallow me whole.
My favorite is push pull, like
Yes.
and you read the opposite for some reason in your head, and you.
But sometimes that's the fault of them installing the door. Because why are you going to have a handle?
Talk about bad construction for a minute.
Yeah. Like,
That's
have a handbar that's clearly for push, and you say, oh, no, it's pull. Like, why would you do that?
You know the sticker came.
Yeah.
Too many people were using it the wrong way. This isn't right.
Oh
This isn't
god.
right. We can't deal with this.
Oh, I do love seeing what they call as compilations of bad design.
Oh yeah, those are fun.
That is great.
It's like, hello and welcome to bad design. those compilations. Shout out all of those people who compile these because this is fucking great.
Speaking of bad design, maybe moving on to AI in movies. We could start with one thing that I read recently. An AI-generated version of the late Val Kilmer is starring in a new movie.
I read that article.
What?
Oh, wait.
How do we feel about
When did he pass away? Because I do
It was
remember
last
year.
year.
Just last year, right?
something
Okay,
like
cool.
that? Something like that.
No, I had a war flashback for a minute because I was like, I do not remember that he passed away, but also
the same, yeah,
also I remember hearing some news about it. So
Yeah.
I'm just like, wait.
Yeah, I think I was very confused because it's like Val Kilmer's new movie. I'm like, excuse you? But I didn't actually click on the article.
Yeah, no, there is
I
an
beg your
article,
absolute pardon.
and I guess his family or something gave the rights. They have
like
the
his
permission from the late actor's estate to use his likeness. So that's the thing. Oof. If the estate gives the rights, then we have new Val Kilmer movies going on.
I think it's such a slippery slope.
It is.
Like,
That is
But
wild.
then-
have
like-
your likeness being used,
But
even
then-
with permission.
But then I was like reading the article. They were noting previous examples, like, with Paul Walker, he died unexpectedly.
That is
different.
that is the one exception.
and Carrie Fisher.
See, there's always an exception now, right? What's
Yeah.
going on?
The thing
Paul Walker, and I know I say this as a Fast and Furious, he literally died unexpectedly before they were finishing the film. And it was jarring. Like, when you see it, it's jarring, but you can also tell that it's like, that was their goodbye for him, because he goes off, he veers off to like heaven.
And they also used his brother.
They also used his brother.
That's what I was gonna say. I was like, the difference is like, you know, his brother kind of helped finish like whatever scenes he didn't have, and they like tried to do the camera trick where you don't really see him straight on.
You really do.
So I'm like, I know. I know.
Not to say like the ending wasn't touching, but you see it.
But it wasn't good. Like, it wasn't like the technology wasn't the best.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like, but it was still moving and touching.
It still felt respectful. You know what I mean? Like, that's the difference.
But with Princess Leia. Like, even because they used her, well, I guess that was more CGI than AI.
It was CGI, yeah.
So I know that they used her in the.
They used an actress, and they also like took, I think, a facial mapping. Facial mapping of also her daughter.
And she wasn't in that many scenes.
She was in only one scene.
Yeah, they cut like, because I think
they ended up cutting out
a lot of it.
They also brought back Peter Cushing. Actually, so it wasn't just
de-aged.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know that they used they put CGI'd a young version of her in Rogue One.
Yeah, no, that's the one. Well, Rogue One, they did a CGI version of her in Rogue One.
Yeah,
and they did also CGI her younger face in like one of the the sequel movies, because there was a scene between her and Luke.
Training,
yeah. There was a scene between her and Luke, like where she talks about it, where
where they're like training,
they're
talking about training or something like that, or training, But yeah, and again, I guess the difference would be like just the way it's treated, but a full-on movie starring, an AI generated dead actor just feels.
And he's not even like old in it.
Well, it said the article said that the director cast him years before his death, due to his Native American ancestry. So, I mean, he was already...
Because he's a Catholic he's a Catholic priest and a Native American shaman.
I believe it.
So he agreed to do this movie ages ago.
Yes.
But they never did it?
By the way, Carrie Fisher was still alive when they created like the CGI recreation of her in Rogue One. Yeah,
that was just de-aging,
Yeah, it was just de-aging.
Yeah.
I mean, well, she wasn't.
I thought we were talking about her.
No, she was. She was in there. She was not in there to do the acting. Someone else did the acting.
Okay.
Yeah.
But she was still alive.
Yeah, she was still alive. She was no longer alive. I think by the time Rogue One released, maybe I'm not sure.
Yeah, because it was like the last one.
No, she was in.
She was in the last.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Rise of Skywalker.
Yeah, she was there.
But
she had a few scenes in there, and then she passed away.
Yeah,
that's what it was.
So it's just like reshoots and additions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So that in that case, because it's not CGI, probably has some elements of AI or based on
now
something.
It probably does.
Yeah, but I'm just like that. I understand if like extenuating circumstances where a cast member or a crew member unexpectedly like passes away or can no longer, and you have to finish it, then like because I mean, I'm sure, but like if they somehow had to put Chadwick Boseman like in Black Panther 2, you know what I mean? And I'm sure that was I don't know these people, so I don't want to keep saying I'm sure, but I'm like I wouldn't be surprised if a conversation of him just being AI, but then like his wife and like the people that give a shit about him were like absolutely not.
Yeah.
I mean that was still Ryan Coogler, right?
Yes. I think so.
Yeah, I don't think he would have ever accepted that, like, considering how he's promoted, like, his film.
Exactly. Yeah. But I'm sure, like, that
somebody
was
probably,
a conversation.
like an executive was probably like, hey.
Exactly.
Absolutely not.
Like, no.
Plus, it would be unfeasible, because then you'd have to bring him back for whatever Avenger movies and stuff like that.
I feel like by then, I feel like had they brought him back as a CGI character, they probably could have or would have killed him in that one, or he would have died. But then, like, because they had his, I don't care if this is spoilers, because you've had years.
4-year-old movie.
Exactly. But like his son is gonna be. They're either gonna replace him with his son because the son is also T'Challa.
Yeah, it is now.
No, that like the son's name is
T'Challa.
Yeah. And so they're probably going to age him up in some way, in some capacity, because they're already in talks of replacing him. I have a lot of thoughts about that, but whatever.
Of the kid or
about who's replacing him, like the list of people, the list of actors replacing him.
Oh, gotcha.
But yeah, I think they totally would have put that on the table if that was if AI was as big as it was a few years ago. I mean, not that it wasn't big, but it's just like now it's everywhere. Yeah. Like everything is AI. Everything has an AI assistant attached to it, as opposed to like 4 or 5 years ago when it was still budding
in its infancy.
Yeah.
Still just a math program.
So I feel I understand that Val Kilmer made a promise, but it's just like young Val Kilmer in a movie. Like you could have found someone else.
I think, and also it seemed like when he got cancer, like it was his vocal cords were destroyed. I think it was even at that time the director decided, I'll just use computer generated.
Yeah, we'll figure out a workaround or something.
That's just like. And that is like the unethical. Like this is kind of
does feel a bit scummy.
Yeah. Again, if it's who's gonna really? I just don't see anybody doing it. Like going to go see that movie anyway.
No.
Even the biggest Val Kilmer fan, like the president of the Val Kilmer fan club.
I think they probably would, but
his
also,
family might.
No, true. His family.
But like, God, even as a fan of like an actor, if they brought him back as AI, I'd kind of just look at it weird. Like, I don't know, man.
Yeah,
just feels wrong.
I would not approve as like his child because I know he has a daughter or two.
Yeah,
I would just.
But they might like the money.
I mean,
the family wants the money.
I mean, did they get paid up front, or is it based off of someone going to go see this movie?
It's probably based off of someone.
That's why you always negotiate for your pay up front.
Exactly.
I don't know if we're going to see more of this in the future. I know in the past we had Audrey Hepburn in like a commercial. Do you guys remember that?
I remember that commercial.
Yeah.
I internally cried a little bit.
It's like
no.
We're definitely in this.
Next thing you know, we're gonna have Queen like Freddie Mercury.
No.
Didn't they try
a concert? ABBA. ABBA did holograms of themselves or something like that. Yep. Like this is because God knows how old they are now.
They've got to be in their 70s by this point.
Yeah, something like that. And they were like, okay, we'll just have a concert where we just hologram ourselves.
But no, we're definitely gonna see
more and more
of this. I mean, they already they created an AI generated actress, and even though like SAG and other industry people like were up in arms about it, it's still
gonna try to move forward somehow. Yeah.
Oh gosh,
I did read an article recently, and I wish I had it like saved somewhere. Apparently, Bollywood has fully embraced AI. Like now they're cranking out like 25 movies.
That's probably why I haven't seen that many Bollywood.
Because it's so formulaic.
It's so formulaic. Yeah, that they've just like started cranking out like AI generated movies, and I'm like, that sounds insane, and also very like par for the course, because they just bang out. They already bang out a lot of movies in general.
Yeah.
And now AI. Whew.
Well, now even with like the the vertical dramas that you just watch on your phone,
webtoons.
Yeah.
Oh god.
It's not. They're like if you're on YouTube, you know, like the YouTube shorts. So it's like vertical dramas where you just
heard of this on that.
Oh
no!
I mean, they're mostly they're in like the long format, so it's for like
social,
verticals for TikTok, and it's just like, well, not just TikTok, but any type of streaming program, and it's mostly I first saw them with like the Chinese dramas where it's just like, my husband's cheating on me with his first love and I was betrayed, so now I'm leaving and I'm gonna come back and get revenge. But now it's like ventured into like the Western media, and no one is winning any awards because they're all terrible. But I'm sure like there's elements of AI because it's just
it has to be
like the way that they're just churning them out, just whole data centers. Like, and that's a conversation for another time. Just whole data centers just dedicated to churning out these short dramas where it's, you know, each video, it's like 1 million parts, but each video is like 5 to 10 minutes long, whatever the max is, and then you're like, now you have to go to the next one.
Wow.
That's
They are addicting, though. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm sure, like
Format,
it's just
of
like fluff, you know.
Yes.
It's easy to digest.
Yes. That is true. We can, I guess, briefly touch on AI and video games. This looks like it's your topic, Chris.
Yeah, so there's, I mean, apart from a couple of companies coming under controversy for AI in like their games, the most recent one was Crimson Desert. The company came under fire as players realized, like in this newly released games, that there were AI generated assets, and then the company came forward. It's like, hey, we're gonna remove them. They just kind of slipped quality control because they were using them as stand-ins when they were developing the game and just did not remove it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I'm like,
Sure they were.
I'm just like, that's crazy, man. Because it's like, it was just like 2D props. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't even like, you know, they were trying to hide. Like, this was not intentional. This was literally, we needed, like, you know, that X on the floor for the character model to stand on and interact with this one thing, and we kind of just left it there. And I'm just like, that's... Again, somebody should have probably been checking that shit.
Oh god, that's the theme of the show.
Yeah.
Somebody
should have been checking that.
Someone didn't pay attention.
But one of the bigger ones that came out was NVIDIA, the what's it called? Well, I don't know what they make anymore at this point because they've branched off into so many different things.
Yeah, that's true.
But in general, they create graphic cards and stuff like that.
Yes.
They have released a new, I don't remember if it's like in beta or whatever, but it's a new game mode. So with their DLSS, it takes existing graphics and cleans them up. So, or improves it. So like, you know, you're playing, like the example that they keep showing is a Resident Evil game. And like the character model is suddenly like, you know, brightened up, cleaned, has perfectly centered eyes and everything, a little bit too wide. You can clearly see the background. I'm like, this is a horror game. You should not look clean after like running around in zombie-infested streets.
I mean, that's half the appeal of like, you know.
But how can
those are mods. Those are different.
But how people can enjoy it if they're not all cute and cuddly?
I know. But again,
But it's a horror game.
It's a horror game. No, but like
Horror can be cute and cuddly.
So there's an entirely section of the internet that would agree with you. But no, and like they showed other examples, and it's like cleaning up the character models. I'm like, no, you guys, that's how they were designed for a reason.
It's the
I mean, hey man, like older Leon Kennedy.
Oh my god.
No, see, once more, those are mods when they, you know, remove his clothing.
I'm talking about him like in like
oh,
the actual
you mean just
game.
his character design?
Just his character design, bro. Like, what the fuck do you think?
But could you imagine that going through the DLSS?
No,
where they
you.
like brighten him up and everything?
I
Like,
want him dirty.
There's a fuzzy halo around him because that's apparently the way the AI works.
Okay, sir. I prefer him dirty and like completely like covered in zombie like remnants. Like let's
But yeah, no,
not lie to ourselves.
But NVIDIA is not backing down on their stance. They're like, no, this is going to help.
Oh.
And I'm like, no, it's really not. Just go back to making RAM, please.
Yeah.
Go back. We actually need RAM.
Yeah, just go back to making graphic cards, just please. But yeah, it's been interesting in the space, and a lot of big publishers are like, oh yeah, moving forward, we're going to be introducing AI elements, and I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
What was the thing that was said? Like, if AI was actually useful, we would be paying to have it included and not like opting out of it at every turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I'm not looking forward to how this is gonna go as somebody who plays video games. And I might just have to create my own little, a little thing to play old video games again.
Oh yeah, go back.
Do it.
Go
I
back.
should.
I mean, everyone's like Going back to analog.
Yeah.
Like dummy phones. Now we gotta get dummy games.
I'm just saying, man.
Pac-Man.
Oh, I miss Pac-Man.
Hey man,
It's a lot of fun.
those older games are good for developing your reflexes.
Yeah, they are.
It was good stuff.
Also screaming at that little yellow idiot, like, dots!
Are you not controlling it?
Well,
faster. Gotta avoid those ghosts.
Oh my goodness. And I guess finally we can move on to AI and you. I guess maybe some of us are guilty in this sense. In your day-to-day, do you use AI for a creative task? Sabrisha, let's start with you.
Well, for creating clips for our for our podcast,
From inside the house.
I use this website, Riverside FM, where you upload the audio or video, and it will generate clips based on certain topics that you talked about, like, and it rates it from 99 to 70 to see which one it feels like, this is the best clip to get more engagement and stuff.
So it'll pick out what you're saying right now.
Yeah, it probably will. So I do it. So it does use AI. However, I double check it, especially with the transcript. You are able to edit the transcript, make sure that it is has the spelling correct. Make sure it's getting the right information, because it can generate captions at the bottom in the video or even in the audio clip as well, and you can put an image in the background. So it does help with generating clips and making it a little bit easier, especially if I'm uploading it to Canva, because Canva, you have to edit it down to make it for an Instagram reel, to get it into, or a YouTube short to get it under 3 minutes and stuff like that. So it does help, and you can extend it from the 60 seconds to 3 minutes. So with that, I use the AI thing that they have, but I double check that thing there's no tomorrow. The thing with Substack, and I use that as well, I used to download the clips, not as much, because you don't have as much freeform compared to Riverside. Riverside, you can put your own edits to it and put your own creativity spin on it. You really can't do that much as Substack. It's this is what we gave you, this is what you have, and this is what you get.
Yeah.
But I used to use it in the past, but not as much. But that's, again, I don't rely on it solely. I sometimes, if I don't like the clips they generate, I will use Chris's timestamps and then just go okay, let me go to this chapter and do a clip of that one instead.
Yeah. That's the old way. But time consuming.
It is time consuming.
It is time consuming, but we put this out at the end of the month, so it gives me a little more time to see, once he finishes the edit, I'm okay, it gives me a little more time to see which clip that I can use.
That's fair. I think it's all about, making your life a bit easier.
Yeah.
And I'm a bit guilty with that. When I was planning a trip recently, I was let me use ChatGPT and give it these kind of restraints. This is what I need, where to go, how long it would take to drive somewhere, and get a series of things like that.
But it's giving you judgmental.
You can outsource that effort to me.
Can I take time? I will do that.
I have time.
I'll do it.
Watch me deep dive through Google Maps and find locations.
Well, that's the thing.
For
I didn't
you.
want to go to Google Maps. I didn't want to check the weather. I didn't want to check.
You
the time of
outsource-
day. I didn't want to do.
Okay,
I can legitimately talk to you when we're done.
There's so many. No, I know I got lazy. That's primarily what it was. I was running out of time.
But also, what's
I got lazy.
Yeah.
I was and I get this thing for free from something else. So I was just let me just input it and see what it says, just to gauge an idea
That's
of what I can do here.
That's a slippery slope.
With these constraints. Exactly. No, it is. It really is. And
it's so funny.
When I double checked what it gave me an itinerary. I was like, I shared it with my friend who I was going on the trip with, and she was like, okay, that's a general outline. Not that we stuck to it. We didn't really stick to it, but I was like, I don't have the time for this. And I don't want to bother someone else to do it, right?
Like what you need to do is you have to find the friend who likes to go on deep dives on Google Maps.
There we go.
And that friend is me.
Yes.
And
so
now you know. Next trip, ask Tessa.
Instead of wasting all this water and killing all these plants just for
look at all the plants we killed.
Look at all the people we've killed.
Exactly. Like it should tell you. Exactly. It should tell you what did you destroy during this amount of time that you used to.
Could you imagine?
Like the Doomsday Clock in Union Square.
Yes.
We're just like, these are the people that just died for using it. Yes.
Honestly,
it's like you have now wasted 6 gallons of water.
Well, actually, what they do, I shouldn't be saying this, but for some models, you can look up what the cost was.
Oh wow,
for the prompt or whatever you were asking for, and you can see all the tokens that are being eaten up, and you can translate those tokens into how much water or things that you're losing, and or like data and things like that. So you
have deforested 1 acre at the end.
Yeah. So a little murder was had.
A little murder was had. Jesus Christ.
No.
I mean, look, like it's. I don't know, cause like I had to do my itinerary for Japan like last year, and I was like digging like and like I had a lot of things that were like centered around one area, and I made the plan to go through them, and I'm like, okay, like these things are all clustered together, this is possible. These things are clustered together, this is possible, and I looked up so many things about like how transport works. What services work, etc. And I'm like, but unfortunately, like for me, that is fun. Like it is stressful.
It takes time. It takes a lot of time.
It's stressful a little bit, but ultimately, like when I see like everything like laid out, I'm like, I'm satisfied. I like that. But again, this speaks to me being like, I enjoy doing these things, and therefore like using AI to take that out of my like, I take that out of my effort. It's just like, well, I didn't have fun doing that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the control aspect of it too. Well, my dumbass always forgets to look into something like the museum hours of something. Like I totally forgot that. So it's like,
God, as someone who has traveled with you a couple of times, yes.
Well, that's my guy. Very good. That's why I go nowhere without Teresa.
To be fair, I don't plan anything if I'm traveling with Tessa. I just
that's the thing too. Like if you're not with someone else who's like the planner or something, then you're like, God.
I'm like, look, if there's something specifically that I want to do, yes, I'll add it. Yes, Otherwise, it's just like, hey man, I'm just here for the ride.
Exactly. Yeah, that's my thing too.
I'm just here to walk around.
You want to know? You want those? There are compilations, like not compilations, like reels on like travel like Instagrams where it's like, oh, there's a trio who's traveling. The first person's like, oh, good at planning, good at navigation, good at like good at languages. The other one is like, oh yeah, good at booking, good at this, good at directions. And then the last person is like, good morning, good evening.
I think I saw this with like the sibling order. The eldest, middle, and the youngest. Guess who's the youngest?
No, I love that. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening.
Yep. That's me.
Oh, yeah.
Unless we need to drive somewhere, then I'll drive.
Yay! No, I actually do think that like you do have something to contribute like to the trip, and like
I appreciate that.
No, absolutely not.
I'm here for vibes. That's it.
The vibes. Oh, man.
Again, unless we need to drive somewhere, then I'll drive.
No, it is so funny to see those though. Like I just think it's hilarious because sometimes also in that compilation, like someone pays and it's usually the dad or the eldest.
The eldest pays and pays attention.
Yeah.
Now we know why this.
And now we know
why. Tabrisha, did you want to talk about forced implementation?
Yeah. Oh my God. And Whitney can speak a little bit on this. So we have like the Google Suite, and of course, so we use AI, Gemini, and we've had to take like multiple trainings about like using AI at work And
there's a focus group now.
yeah, and then they're talking about like the AI policy. Like we had this, what this training entailed is like how this one person who did not need to use Gemini to do this, he created an itinerary through Gemini because he was like, oh, my schedule is so busy, and sometimes just have like Gemini just pop in this stuff, and I'm like, dude, you're embarrassing yourself. Like, your job, no one knows what your job is. And you're saying that you need Gemini to create an itinerary for you to go around just one borough or something. So there has been a lot of talk, like with even workers refusing to take the AI training.
I see.
And of course, being called into HR is like, why aren't you taking this? And
I don't want to.
yeah, but
because it will not assist me in my everyday work.
Right, and exactly, and we are, and also probably Whitney a little bit more. Is like we are seeing it a lot where people are. You have Gemini at the top if you have it turned on. For me, I have it turned off. But if you have it turned on, it will give you a
coworker who said that to the listserv.
Yes.
I hope both sides of their pillow is cold.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
It provides an AI generated summary. So, and this is what they boasted in the training. It's like, you don't have to read the entire email. You can just read it. You can just read the summary.
Honestly, at that point though, I'd be like, why didn't you do this? Oh, I didn't read the entire email. I just read the summary.
Exactly.
Like at that point, I'd be like,
Trust
you
me.
told me to just use the summary.
Exactly. You know what? Maybe you should tell that to our
that could easily get somebody fired, and at that point, I think they deserve it.
Yeah.
Well, exactly, because even though they do point to saying like, oh, hey, you should still read the entire emails, but you are still pushing out saying, oh, this AI generated summary of an email and stuff. But we are seeing that people are not fully reading their emails, not fully understanding the instructions that's clearly stated in the emails. It's just like a very slippery slope that they're heading down, and then now they're focusing about AI and patrons, because it's like, oh, if patrons come in and access AI questions. I can speak of someone who works in the branches. No patron has ever come in and asked us about AI. Only about books about AI, which we use our library catalog, and it happily does that for us. But not using Chat GPT or Gemini to help us generate. No patrons come in for that. They think that patrons are asking for this, and they're absolutely not. Yeah. So this forced usage of using AI and we should be informed about it, which I wish that our training was talking about that more, instead of forcing this implementation of this tool that we don't need. But yeah, that's not the case.
Yeah. I mean,
it's like
the thing is I think we all need to be more informed, and I do think we need to be more given a bigger context of what it does, because people are absolutely using it without that, and they deserve to know.
Right.
Well, you should have the option, right?
Yeah. Well, exactly, and I think
always opt out.
And then also, because I think someone who put that on the listserv, I think it came out, the working group came out and says don't turn it off because we're using it as a training purpose to see how many people are using it and stuff.
Is it turning it off should be an indicator?
Exactly.
Turning it off should indeed be an indicator.
Look, I'm just glad that as of right now, that conversation has not shown up in my job, and I'm hoping that it stays that way.
They can't afford it.
Honestly,
I feel like that might be.
No, honestly, you might not be wrong.
It's we have more pressing worries.
Our internet crashed, and that was
it was out for days.
It was out for the full afternoon. And I was just like,
Hey, maybe we have the same internet provider because our internet crashed too.
I mean, well, if it's Verizon.
In the future, none of us will be able to use this up because the internet crashed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
And that's
Or
what they
things
should
change.
be focusing, like, because it's not the first time, nor the second, nor the third.
And it won't be the last.
Yes.
Seriously. Whitney, did you want to touch on either resume writing or dabbling in astrology recently?
I'm not gonna lie, I'm actually curious about the astrology.
I did want to ask about this astrology.
Because the resume one, that feels like in line with everything
Yes.
else we're talking about, but astrology.
That's fair.
Well, my best friend, she uses AI a lot more
Oh no.
than I do. Like, she'll, like, put situations into it just to kind of, like, see if she's, like, overreacting to certain things or, like...
Oh, she's
whatever.
making like self-insert fan fiction of her brain.
Let's not talk about my best friend.
Not like that.
You don't know her.
I do understand this though, but like my brain runs this automatically.
Yeah.
Like running a situation
Yeah.
automatically happens in my brain.
Yeah, she
No
just,
software needed.
Yeah, she doesn't use it often, but it's more just like, you know, like inserting certain situations that have happened and like based on her skill set and other things, like how might be a good way to handle it. But it's not like she does it for every decision.
Yeah.
She's not one of those crazy people that
Right.
like use it for medical advice or psychology.
Or gets a lover through.
Yeah. Or marries
Uh-huh,
them.
that's the
That's
thing,
the thing
yes.
now.
Don't remind me.
So it's just more like, but yesterday she told me she just ran her birth chart through, or like her astrology through ChatGPT, and I was like, oh, that's actually pretty, and how it read, it was actually pretty accurate. But then when I put mine in, so to preface this by saying, for pretty much my entire life, I know myself as a Sagittarius sun, Pisces moon, Aquarius rising, but then when I put the same information into ChatGPT, it was like, you're a Sagittarius with an Aquarius moon and an Aquarius rising. And I was just like, but what if I'm a Pisces moon? He was like, well, no. Because if you were an actual Pisces rising, based off the exact same information I put into other astrology websites, you would have to be born on a different day or a different time. Because how you get your rising is how you get your... your astrology chart is based on the date you were born, where you were born, and the time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just like, but then when you read about it, then when you like read through it, you're like, oh, this actually does like match everything that I'm doing, like all of my general belief systems. Because to be honest, like I don't use, other than for my resume, and I do not use AI like ChatGPT's like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, oh, well, I'm like, here's my moon sign. And I just happened to be like, well, I'm a librarian. And ChatGPT was like, that makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense as to like the type of job that you're, because basically it said I am community oriented. I love like doing, like bringing people together. I like doing events, and they're like, oh well, yeah. And so I'm always asking questions, and I'm very well read and well educated, and don't settle. Like I'm always seeking information. So me being a librarian makes sense. It makes perfect sense.
Wow. Skepticism into Brisha's eye.
I'm actually curious now because I'm.
I didn't know, but I know that she's all these things. I didn't need like AI.
I was gonna say, like, it sounds like it's telling you things you already know.
Yeah, and then
it's trying to do that.
I would have like fought with this thing and
That's
say
because you're
like
contrarian.
to say like it's like, well, no, you're not. I was like, oh, bitch, what are you trying to argue with me? Yes, I am.
I mean, well, so then I turned it into, hey, so here's a job. This job would actually be perfect for you. And I was like, cool, make me a resume. And then I ran out of the free messages, so I have to finish asking it today.
insane.
No, every resume is written with AI.
Oh,
and every resume is read by AI now. So
Yeah, so I have to I have the resume, but I have to
Tessa's
tweak
gonna
it. No, 'cause I'm desperately. And then
no, 99% accepts Tessa are writing.
No, except me. I wrote my resume and I gave it to my friend to read it, and she put comments, and I made sure, and she definitely doesn't use AI. And then I made sure that they matched up.
Yeah.
So Tessa writes my resumes, so.
Yeah.
Well, then there you go. Good for you.
I am the AI now.
because I'm just like, I very much. I mean, I do have to tweak it. I think one of my last resumes was detectives 40% reading as AI, which is like not terrible, but obviously like not the best. Versus like running my original resume through and it's like 100% human written. So I just have to figure out how to make that like percentage go a little bit down.
I feel like you just answered your question.
But yeah, I just have to rework it.
But depending on the company, they don't really care, actually.
Well, regardless,
Look,
It's
I'm
the
trying
principle.
now.
It really is.
I write my resume.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just helpful to know like how for me it's more about optimization because it's like I have a generic resume. That's like the human one run, and that's just like, hey, I'm just trying to do that. But it's like, how do I? Because I asked it, I was just like, I'm a librarian. I want to hardcore transition into events and event management, and like, here's a job that I'm interested in. How can I? It's about optimization. Like, what can I pull out? Like, what's on my current resume that's missing from this job description to like make sure I at the very least stand out? Because but then it was just like, oh, the shitty thing is, and obviously like the downside of AI is like you would do more you would do better. Like, some of these jobs are too senior, but it's just like, I'm already doing the work and I can't go down to a coordinator job that's pennies to what I'm making right now. So it's just like, I use it I don't have it create a whole different resume. It's just more like, how do I tweak this for optimization? So they're looking, so it matches the job description. It's highlighting the work that I'm already doing in a way that makes sense. And like
reformatting it.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
So, and that's helpful for me because it's more like I don't always have the proper language of corporate speak, essentially. Because my current resume is not, my everyday resume, which is like my chronological resume, is just formatted in like everyday language, but it's like, it's not corporate. It's not a corporate resume. So it's like, here I am, even if it's nonprofit. I mean, like, I'm when I get home later, my plan is to apply for this event manager role at like the New York Public Radio, which I have like radio experience, right? So, and like obviously I have event experience, but it's just, I know I lack like the donor side of things. You know what I mean? Like, I know I lack certain, so that's also like, what am I missing that might like help, like where can I pivot? So that's just really what I do with it. So it's not fully helpful, and I do have to like tweak it so it sounds like I said it, obviously. But other than that, I think that's the main thing I use it for. And I apologize to all the Black and brown communities whose water I am spoiling.
Yeah, how dare you?
It's okay.
I'll let you look at my resume if you have time.
Yeah.
For sure.
Me too, Tessa.
All right. Well,
I mean, look, I don't know if y'all should, because I haven't found any work yet. So who knows? Who knows whether like
it's working?
It's working.
Well, I mean, we're all here to help each other out in some way. Yeah.
Joking aside, I do ask Tessa to like just look over what I write to
Yeah.
make sure that I'm not,
because
everything makes sense.
Yeah, because it's getting another set of human eyes on it.
Yeah, or like sometimes I'll forget that I've done something. Yeah. And Tessa's just like, didn't you mention that you have also trained people? I was like, right.
Yeah, for me, to be fair, like with you specifically, like figuring out what you're doing is like pulling teeth. Because like your resume feels sparse when I look at it, and then I look at you and I'm like, you've complained to me multiple times about this task, and this task. Why aren't these tasks on your resume?
It's like, are they not? And it's just like one like general sentence.
Resume writing is boring. No one wants to do it.
And yet I do it because I have no choice. Like, well, I format everything on Canva, like, unfortunately. So, like, but, like, I actually have a feeling, like, I could just do the same thing I'm doing on Microsoft Word and it would still be the same. So, I'm like, I might just go to Microsoft Word and, like, do the document
try
over.
Something else.
Yeah. I have heard that, like, some of the way that, like, people check whether your, like, stuff is AI or human generated is, like, to check how the thing was made, and I'm just really here like, I don't know what you're gonna find. It's me multiple times like swearing in the document before I get it right.
Exactly. Oh my goodness. I think that about covers everything. Does anyone have plugs or highlights to shout out? If not, then we can always, I guess, post a link later if someone thinks of something. But
we're all doing stuff.
Mm-hmm. We're all doing stuff.
Yes.
It'll be over by the time this gets posted.
Exactly.
Pretty much. Well, thank you everyone for listening to Fake Book Club. You can listen to us on Spotify, YouTube, and Pandora. You can visit our website at fakebookclubpodcast.wordpress.com. All right, until next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Screw it.